that is in it. So I want to find out, can you see my slides?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Immediately, I'm sliding into this. But first and foremost, I want to talk about IGO Global. I say to you again, welcome to IGO Global. More than just a network, more than just a network. This is not just a network. This is like a ministry. This is like a career. This is like a lifestyle. So everything about this is intentional. The next thing I'm asking you is, do you know how IGO Global started? Very simple. Like a little idea from on high, a vision, a prodding from on high. A community of believers were formed that looked at it and subsequently became a republic. So we are Republicans. And in this republic, one of the things you will experience when you join us is that you become a legend. Your life is changed. And we want to bring these impacts globally. Welcome to IGO Global. Indeed, we are just more than a network. This is much more than a network. Now, about us. IGO Global is, number one, an indigenous direct selling conglomerate. Number two, founded by seasoned, trained, experienced professionals in different fields, coming together with expertise that if you put together their years of experience, you'll be having more than 100. Now, dedicated for promoting African scientifically researched and clinically formulated herbal products that is 100% organic, indigenously sourced, brought together to achieve health and benefits and total well-being. That's who we are. Anytime, any day, that's who we are. And as you join us, that's who you become. As long as you keep listening to us, as long as you join us and attend all our meetings, take your business seriously, you will find out that you become an exceptional person that is moving towards bringing exceptional solution to your community and wherever you are. Our core values, this is the culture with which we run as a community. Number one is accountability. Number two is result-oriented, integrity, innovation, shared prosperity, and excellence. Accountability, we want to be accountable to God, accountable to our government, accountable to our families, accountable to our company, our community, our republic. And in the process of being accountable, we bring you results. In all that we do, we want to give you results. And we are giving you results that comes with integrity, that whether it's acceptable, whether it's painful, whatever it is, we tell you this is where we are. This is the truth about this. And then we bring you innovative solutions, innovative actions. Everything is moving towards helping you share the prosperity that is embedded in what we're talking about here. And in all this, excellence is a key point. And I want to encourage you, if you check through these core values, make them the culture of your personal life, the culture of your family, the culture of any other group that you belong to, you will discover that this is going to take you high and bring you good success, very good success. This is our services. Number one, we have health and wellness, real estate, education and technology. Health and wellness, we have two products at the moment. The real estate is brewing, really brewing, and will burst out on us soon as education has sprouted and is bringing out the plumule, the leaf, the first leaf that is coming out of the ground. And technology is almost done. You will see so many things that is going to be amazing, that will give you a lot of satisfaction and excitement as you continue with us. Now, without wasting time, I want to ask a question. What's your aim in life? What's your aim in life? Everybody should have an aim. What's your aim as you join us? What's your aim as you join the team? What's your aim with our products? What's your aim with your life? It's important because if you do not have an aim, you're like an engine that does not have a car without engine, Or even if you have an engine, if there's no driver, what's your direction? What are you aiming at? Aim is one of the key things that determines your destiny, where you are going. Maybe you had several aims before now. Maybe you've had life achievements and whatever. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you something. Whatsoever you may have attained, whatsoever you may have achieved.
Sorry, sir. Your mic, your slide is not showing. I don't know if you are presenting. Your slide is not showing.
Wow, from the beginning, you didn't see what it was showing?
Okay, no, it wasn't showing.
From the beginning? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very quickly, I'm coming back there. Okay.
You can continue from where you are. Just stop it and maybe
okay, don't worry.
Show this.
Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Okay. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay. Sorry for that. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. We've gone through these result-oriented and all that, our core values. We've done our services. I was talking about what your aim in life is, and I said without a definite aim in life, you may have put yourself stationary, or you're moving around a circle as a man that has no absolute destination. And now I'm saying whatsoever you may have achieved in life, whatsoever were your aims before now, it doesn't really matter, because between now and when God calls you home, you have a life opportunity, very wonderful opportunity to make a difference in your life, because I'm going to show you the best aim of life and the best thing that everybody should pursue beside God, because we need to have God. We need to be with God. We need to walk with God. We need to, have fellowship with God. I don't have any apology for this. That's who I am. I am God-oriented. But beside God, as long as we are here on the surface of this earth, these three things that I'm showing you: number one, health freedom; number two, financial freedom; and number three, time freedom, are key things and key targets that everyone in life should fix. The most important thing here is having these 3 points in your life. What is health freedom? What is financial freedom? What's time freedom? That is the core of Iroko Global. Coming with this platform to help everyone that joins us achieve these 3 things. Look, if you have all the money and your health is compromised, you could find yourself living a very miserable life. You may end up in the mortuary, God forbid, or in the grave. Now, if you have all the strong health and you're healthy and agile like a young man, and then financially, bills are raining all over you like a leaking roof, and you cannot handle them, you, your children, your wife, and your entire family will be in disarray, and it will be very cruel. If you have all the health and you have all the money and you don't have the time, you are a slave to whatsoever you're doing. And you may be a slave to a set of people who are enslaving you and rewarding you. And that is not life. So Iroko Global is coming with something that is going to combine these 3 and give you the way without. What is health freedom, ladies and gentlemen? What is health freedom? You need to be healthy, you need to be free. But most importantly, you need to know that the responsibility of living a healthy life rests on each and every one of our individual shoulders. You need to be personally responsible. Health freedom means that you should be able to achieve best of health, optimal health, at every point and every level of your life, especially at old age. Especially at old age. After you've trained your children, they've all gone out, you should have the capacity to wake up and exercise in the morning, run around, eat good food, and live healthily, joyfully, happily. That's what everybody fights for. That's why people work 9 to 5 and do so many things. In fact, that's the more reason why people steal all your money in this nation. It also means having the capacity to take full responsibility for your health, so that you can ensure to achieve this optimum health that we're talking about. And that should be at all levels. It will require us to have adequate knowledge, to understand what it takes to live healthy and be committed to doing what is required to live healthy. You will need to be intentional. You will need to be conscious of the development around you, what is happening around you, and the impact it brings to your life. Life is changing. Life is moving very fast. The world is doing so many things. Neighbors are doing so many things. Government doing so many things. And some of these things have diverse kind of dangerous impact on our health. And we need to be conscious of this so that we don't enter the bandwagon and suffer just like every other person. Now, do we need to worry so much about our health? Of course. Of course. See what the World Health Organization says. This was as at 2018, though. And about 4.2 million people die yearly from diseases that are connected to air pollution alone. Now, should you add land pollution, you add water pollution, then you're going to have much more impact on this. Of course, this is World Health Organization, and this report is all over the world. But there are some peculiarities that is affecting us here in Africa. Number one is that in modern countries, you will have what they call central water system, where water is purified and then supplied to all the homes. People pay, and then the quality of water that the population are enjoying or are drinking is assured. But I don't think we are enjoying such things here in this country. Another thing is that they have what they call central sewage system. And the sewage system means that every human waste is connected to one place and treated, broken down, degraded into their natural elements. In fact, what is water will be brought out as pure drinkable water from that system, and all the elements extracted and all that. And that means land is not being polluted as is happening here. But because we don't have such systems, we find out that our own soil, do you understand, our own water, are you getting it, plus air pollution combined is affecting and impacting us here in Africa. Now, the World Health says because of this air pollution alone, mind you, heart diseases, stroke, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and respiratory infection, obesity, and cancer, so many things, including neurodevelopmental disorders and diabetes and all that. Now, neurodevelopmental disorder is something that you need to note. You will find what they call autism is multiplying. It's increasing. You have parents, first child, second child, of autism children, and it's baffling. Most of those parents cannot go ahead to have the third child. It's risky. Suppose it comes out the same way. These are children that you're going to take care of almost all your life, as long as they live, except God helps them and their situation improves. Now, this are things that come as a result of degradation and damaging effect of pollution. That is why it is important that we watch this. Why so much health degeneration in recent times? Why so much? It is because of the lifestyle that we have chosen to live. Humanity is taking so many things for granted. We live our lives as if it's a vehicle. You enter, you kick, and it starts and you drive out. If you drive your car like that, what will happen to it? Of course, it will knock, because so many things is required to get the car moving smoothly. Now, you have other people who have moved further away from nature. Man is expected to live around in natural habitats. Check outside this country, the US, the UK, everywhere, tree planting is a key factor. But here in this our country, we kill all the trees. In Lagos here, everywhere the trees have been damaged, killed, eliminated. And so you find out that the oxygen content of the air you breathe is very small compared to people that live sometimes like in Moe and all those people. The air they breathe, those living in the villages, the air they breathe. People have moved, we've moved so much away from nature. And then some people unconsciously will sacrifice their lives in the process of making money. There was a time in this country that asbestos zinc was the best thing. It was cheaper and people said it doesn't get rusted and all that. But all along, the workers in those factories were exposed to a certain kind of cancer. A lot of them lost their lives in the process. And then we also have the problem of nutritional imbalances. People feeding strictly on carbohydrate because of financial struggles. People not even knowing that you need to balance your diet. People not knowing that fruits and vegetables should be preferred. People not knowing that sugar, especially consumption of complex sugar, people not knowing that carbonated drinks and all that with the heavy content of their sugar is turning their lives on, turning their bodies acidic. Ladies and gentlemen, alkaline acidity balance is a key factor. Very key factor. It is one of the reasons why there's so much degeneration. Let's look at this. Clearly, the human body is managed by hormones. Think about it. Your eyes, for instance. Let's start even from your brain. Your brain is a massive computer system, computerized by God himself. That your brain has the capacity to store data from the day you were born, and is processing those data, developing those data, building your minds up, building your capacity up, your capacity to reason, to bring out those data and work with it. That's a mighty computerized system. But does it have electricity and all those things? Of course, there's electricity through electrolysis generated within the body, but it's not like the kind of battery or engines that you see in the world. This one is a natural organic thing that happens inside of you that gives you the same thing like a metallic computer that is in front of you and much more. Think about it. Your eyes are wonderful cameras that take both still and motion pictures, videos and all that, stores them, bring them out, give you remembrance and all that. The database is there. Think about it. Your stomach is a mixer, an intelligent mixer that collects the food, mixes it with digestive enzymes and break it down, send it to your intestine to be absorbed into the body. Consider also your heart. Your heart is an automatic pump. It's pumping from the day you were born, and it's going to continue to pump until the day you leave this world. Your kidney also, it's a filtration system, intelligent, dividing liquids from this and filtering out what should not get in there. And then your liver is a detox machine that has the capacity to measure whatever chemical or whatever combination of molecules that are supposed to get into your system. It knows the quantity to allow and the quantity to take out. Think about also your immune system. It's like an array of military warfare where you have the Air Force, you have the Navy, and then you have the police, and you have all that. Do you know that your white blood cells and your red blood cells, especially the white blood cell that is in charge of your immune system, is divided into several forms, and all of these work together to defend your body. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you that all these systems that we are talking about run and manage itself by hormones. Hormonal interplay. That's what the brain uses to run you. But note, for the brain to do this, the hormones must be available. All the hormones must be available. That's number one. Number two is the fact that for the hormones to be created, you need enzymes. Enzymes are catalytic in nature. They help bring about things to happen. And so you need these enzymes. Number 3 is the fact that these enzymes are in 2 major groups, 2 main groups. Number 1, one side is alkaline, the other is acidic. The alkaline group is 80% of what you need. The acidic base is only 20%, ladies and gentlemen. But do you know that the vast majority of the water we drink, the food we eat, the sugary things we take, and so many things make our entire body acidic? So when the body is acidic, what happens to your hormonal balances? Your hormonal balances fails. When hormonal balances fail, some organs will not be at their peak, at their best performance. And since all of them are working together, the shortage and the incapacitation of one side affects the operation of the other side. And so you begin to find weakness, degradation, and damages and all that. So many things happen. The immune system is weakened, the heart is weakened, the kidney is weakened, your internal organ is weakened, your pancreas is weakened. So many things happen and human body goes down. Another thing that we need to consider is adverse effect of drugs, artificial and processed food. All this affects our body. Dangerous, life-threatening, and wonderful lifestyle that is breaking and destroying lives. For instance, cigarette smoking is dangerous. They smoke more. And they say smokers are liable to die young. They smoke more. And they say smoking brings lung cancer. They smoke more. You know, such lifestyle adds so many damaging things to the body. Ignorance of the demands of healthy living is another problem. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, we in Africa here, that's where IGO Global comes in. That's why I'm saying, and we are saying, not just me, that IGO Global is not just a network. There is a peculiar thing that we're doing, because Africa, for instance, we have peculiar health challenges. The health system of the world is being managed by Western science and health information. But sometimes because the business and the money they want to make, they mismanage this body of information and then intentionally bring detrimental effects to all of us. Because if you check the coronavirus, chloroquine actually worked in Africa, but the world says it did not work. And who died more? They died more than us. That's why it's good to be conscious. And then most of us that did not get, because the number of people that went into our isolation system and the number that came out was more favorable than the US with all their sciences. They had oxygen, we didn't have sufficient. It is because we accepted one singular truth. Because this information was mismanaged. They said it doesn't work. Do you know that in a place like Italy, they were dying like animals, dying like agric fowl, until one doctor disobeyed the World Health Organization and went ahead and carried out postmortem exercise on the dead body, which it was a taboo, you cannot do it. That was when they discovered that common aspirin could have saved a lot of those lives if they had known that. All I'm saying is that sometimes, maybe by mistake or by business, because here you find out that there were some big farmers that were already collecting money, they were producing what they say it's vaccines and all that. And that was what the world was waiting for. And a lot of people lost their life because of that business. But here we're using garlic, ginger, turmeric, and all that. Did it work for you? Of course, it worked for most of us who used it. Our health value in Africa and all the observations that are doing, our forefathers have been looking at this. If you see it like this, this is the way it goes. Now, observation of nature is what science is. I'm bringing out conclusion. That is what science is. So does it mean that we do not observe nature in Africa, or that we don't have value to offer to the world? Absolutely no. We have. There's a great thing that Africa has. And this is what is going to happen. You're going to see in the next decade, lots of products are going to come out from Nigeria, from Africa, because People like Iroko Global and other firms and other learned men are coming into this, and we're saying, no, there is value in Africa. And you're going to see lots and lots and lots of value. Because what has been destroying and bringing us down is lack of research. Lack of research. If you know the product for diabetic patients, there's a product like that. Now, the father was using it naturally, and he was an herbalist. And the community, the visitors, so many people enjoyed it. But this young man said, this product, my father says it works. There are testimonies around it. Does it really work? She took the details, and he took the leaves and the roots that the father was using. We went to Unilag. They did a research on it, brought out products. They went to do it. They went to test it on human beings. After much test, they came out with a solution. The name of the product is called Jobulin. And Jobulin currently has a factory in the United States of America. And it is endorsed by the World Health Organization. And that value didn't come from the US, didn't come from China, it didn't come from Japan. It came from here in the Southwest. In the Southwest, because someone did research and took the product and monetized it and added value. You understand? Now, our own value is grossly disregarded, almost completely abandoned. Now, Iroko Global has come in to change all that. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we dive into our Iroko Global super products, I want to make these disclaimers. We are not medical service providers, no. So don't take someone deep in the house, begin to feed the person with Iroko and not allow the person to go to see his or her doctor. Iroko does not diagnose. It's not a medical doctor. It cannot diagnose, cannot dispense drug. It cannot do surgery. Maybe what the person needs to stay alive is surgery, needs to see a surgeon. So we are saying that there is value in our product and our kind of product, and it's part of the health system that we can, as health enthusiasts, get some very good things, best for our health, out of our African heritage. So, ladies and gentlemen, with all excitement in my heart, I'm introducing to you our flagship product, the Iroko African Roots. Now, get to understand this. This is a carefully researched, carefully crafted herbal solution that is made to help our body naturally detoxify. Detoxification is the removal of toxic molecules from the system to allow your body escape and have liberty to run normally, because dangerous toxic molecules create damaging effects in the body. Iroko Herbal Tonic has the ability to help your body manage itself and bring you good health solutions. So whether you're talking about high blood pressure, you're talking about arthritis, general infection, hormonal imbalances, those sexual drive, all those things, with continual, taking of Iroko, you'll find your body will naturally, come out of it. The truth is that this product is registered as an herbal remedy by NAFDAC. And look at remedy, look at the word remedial. Remedial. What's remedy? What's remedial? A remedial solution is a solution, that repairs, a solution that helps change things around. That's what remedies are. So an herbal remedy like Iroko African Root has the power to remedy some and all of these kind of diseases that we're looking at. It can help your body begins to generate stem cells, and stem cells are key because stem cells are undivided. It's like when a baby is conceived, the first few months of conception, when the head, the hand, and all the organs have not been created yet or have not developed, all the cells are the same. All the cells are the same. All the cells are absolutely the same. But subsequently, but they are all stem cells. That's what makes them. They are all stem cells. That's what makes them the same. So subsequently, some decide I'll become the eye. This one I'll become the ear. I'll become the heart. And then they become specific. They become differentiated. And that's what created the entire organs within the body. When those cells, those kind of cells are within you, if you get injury or something goes wrong, some of them go there and become that cell that has been damaged. That's why when children get injured or they get diseases, they are treated, their recovery rate is very high because stem cells are still very much in their system. But when you are aging and so many molecules that are not supposed to be in the body are inside, they hinder so many things and your stem cell production could stop. And that means if you have internal injuries or damages, you find out that the tissues could be damaged, the cells damaged, especially things that create problems at the cellular level. So ladies and gentlemen, Iroko is a product that is good to enhance your bladder, your liver, your kidney health. It also helps to improve your fertility. Benefits of Iroko. Now, we show you these general benefits. There are about 13 of them. Now, of these 13, here, this is what we can quickly present, but it is much more than this. I'll show you why. Whether you're talking of high blood pressure, arthritis, blah, 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 all these things that we're talking, diabetes, impure blood, weakened blood cells, bad circulation, all these Iroko can help you. The question that should be in your mind, why is it possible for one singular product, one singular medicine, one singular supplement, so to say, or herbal remedy to do all this? Oh, some people will tell you these people have come again. How can it be? Now, listen, majorly, there are differences between pharmacological medicine, nutritional medicine, and herbal medicine. Then you should have surgery separately. All this embodiment is what makes healthcare formidable. None of these aspects should be downplayed, because if you downplay them, you suffer a loss in that area. They are supposed to be working together. I had a session with a medical doctor in my office here, and we spoke at length. He was listening to me. At the end of the day, he said, "My brother, look, the things you're saying are absolute truths." He said, "I practice in the UK, in the United Kingdom. Their traditional medicine, herbal medicine, all of them are working together. They give you a medicine, you're not reacting well, they change it to a remedy, and you react well." That is why you find that the King of England was diagnosed of a certain kind of cancer. And he said, "I'm not going through chemotherapy." He said, "I'm taking the herbal option." Of course, he has a right to take that option. But some people want to cheat us of that option here. And that's where the problem is. So we are not saying that there's no science about this, but there is science. And it's not the same science. The science of health is different. The reason is simple. If I put together different asteroids and chemicals, and I want to use it, put it in your body, every one of them that is not meant to be in the body, coming into the body will come with danger. They may solve some problem. They may mimic what they want, but they have side effects. Now, in the herbals, we are bringing in naturally existing. It's not symptom specific. We don't determine the content. It is nature that determines the content. And man was created from the ground. That's why if you don't have much blood, they give you ferrous sulfate. That's the iron tablet. But it's not the same iron that we sit on, not the same iron that we use to make cars. That's the thing that we need to understand. It is a trace element, iron, in its natural form. And the plant has the capacity to suck them in. And that's the one that works in the body. That's the one that works in the body. So we are telling you that herbals are extractions from the ground into plants, into roots that are extracted into the product that we're talking about. For Iroko to work, it is the content. It is what is inside of it that makes it do more than one thing, because this is not a shotgun. If I put together this chemical, and I want it to do a specific thing, that's what it will do. But this one, I put together what the body needs, and the body accepts it, and the body works with it. But you must check that it is not toxic to your body. You must check that it is not toxic, it's not very dangerous. You must also check that each and those molecules are not interacting and creating problems, and it wouldn't trouble your system. That there will be no damage to your system over time if you consume them. Then the quantity that is required in the body, that it doesn't overwork your liver, is required. That's where the science is. So for what we're giving you, it's been taken through rigorous science at the level of herbals, not at the level of chemical drugs. I hope you understand that. Now, let's quickly run through this, ladies and gentlemen. For Iroko to work, Iroko has plenty of contents. Number one, Chlorophylla excelsa, that's Iroko itself. Zingiber officinale, that is ginger, the normal ginger we eat. Rose mallow, or equally called Hibiscus sebderifera, that is the zobo flower. Syzygium is the gloves. Then Ontaria umbellata, that's the African chewing stick. Now, these are the extract. We chew chewing stick. Does it kill us? No. We take gloves. Does it kill us? No. We drink zobo. Does it kill us? No. We eat ginger. Does it kill us? No. Then the Iroko is the one that will say, okay, maybe we don't eat the fruit or something. But all this, when you check the medicinal science research concerning them, you will see that Chlorophylla, Iroko itself, comes with over 12 different benefits to the body. Ginger comes with 11, zobo with 10, Syzygium over 10, and the chewing stick over 10. Different molecules. We will dive into this in our next presentation, so make a date with us every Friday. We're going to be looking at these things in depth, and I'll be bringing you the science behind your product to give you more information and capacity to be able to answer questions whenever you're confronted. So number one, your immune system. Your immune system is what defends you from so many ailments, so many degeneration. In fact, if you have a very strong immune system, it will be difficult to have cancer, because your immune system will identify the cells that have been oxidized and damage them, kill those cells out, that they don't cluster together and begin to grow against you. Two of these nutrients, one from Chlorophylla, the other one from ginger. Iroko and ginger helps you to solve that problem. Indigestion, five of them have nutrients that help digestion. Anti-inflammatory, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the danger lies. Inflammation damages cells, damages tissues, causes them to change from, or not, in fact, it stops them from working normally. An inflamed liver is a sick liver. An inflamed sick kidney is a sick kidney. An inflamed heart is a sick heart. Anywhere that is inflamed, problems happen there. Anti-inflammation. And you have five of these giving the body nutrients to overcome this. Antioxidant. This one is another thing that stops cancer. It protects the body against molecules that are radical, molecules that are damaging, that oxidizes anything at their side. They supply them the neutrons, that the electrons that they need, and neutralize them. Three of these nutrients, one coming from Iroko, the other coming from zobo, and the other one coming from the chewing stick. In fact, if I tell you the content of vitamin C, vitamin E in zobo, you'll be shocked. I mean, vitamin C, that's why you take zobo and you see that the colds, common cold, just disappears. Antimicrobial means antibacterial, antifungi, antivirus, those little microorganisms. You have four of them helping the human body. Then liver health, Iroko and zobo. When it comes to heart health, cardiovascular health, you have five of them. Five of them working to build your heart, protect your heart, giving your heart nutrients to make the heart work well. And then one of them, which is the African chewing stick, helps to lower blood pressure. But ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand that these are remedies. It gives your body the nutrients the body requires to recover itself. It is not like a shotgun. This is the headache, we kill it. This is the malaria, we shoot all of them down. But this one helps your body recover itself. And this mostly work in degenerated situations. Because how would you just wake up and they tell you that your kidney is no longer working? There were no signs. But of course, the body was suffering from so many things that the symptoms were not actually showing. But when you have these nutrients inside of you, so it prevents. And when it has started degenerating, it restores. And then anti-diabetic properties, five of them. That's why I tell anybody that is diabetic and taking Iroko that you must be careful. And if you're also taking your medication, your prescription or your routine drugs, be careful. Make sure you have your test kits around. Measure yourself so that it doesn't push your sugar level below level. There's this testimony that is striking that happened just around me. One of my little boys, I told him about our product. He's an entrepreneur, so he came around after the presentation. He decided to buy the product. So he bought about 7 bottles, took it, gave to the mother-in-law, gave to his own mom, drank it with the wife and all that. And the mother-in-law said, wow, this is good, and he became excited. There's an elderly friend of his who is a retired banker, and he had eye challenges. Both eyes, couldn't see much, couldn't go out, and he desired to go out, interact with friends, get back to life. But it wasn't possible. And every time they want to do surgery for those eyes, blood sugar was a challenge, because they wanted to see him have a stable blood sugar for at least 2 months, but it wasn't possible. It was not possible. So what did he do? He showed the man the product, and he said, well, I like this, but the last time I took an herbal product, it lowered my sugar level, but I was having constant headache. And the young man said, well, I've given this to so many people. Nobody's complaining of anything yet. Can you take this? This, I understand, is highly researched. So the man took the product and started using it. About a week or two later, he went in for his normal check, and the doctors were shocked that his BP has been normal for a while. His blood sugar was normal for a while. And then now they were asking, what are you doing differently? He said, I'm not doing anything, because he didn't want them to discourage him from taking what he was taking that he knew could help him. They now told him, no, the drugs we gave you, you've taken it for a long time. How come you're suddenly doing this? Because they themselves were perplexed, confused, because the drugs they were giving him was not giving him the result. But to cut a long story short, the man had gone through his 2 surgeries, because for 2 months, in fact, the last day he was scared when they said, well, if you fail this test, all those other results will be discarded. We'll have to give you another 2 months. But he went in, the 2 surgeries they thought they could do one after the other, they completed within a very short time. And today the man has gotten his eyes restored and all that. But saying that herbals have a place. Iroko African root has a place in our healthcare system. Number 10 is bone health. One of our product has that chlorophyll excelsa. That is the Iroko gives you that nutrient. 11, wound. Iroko comes with a wound healing capacity. Gloves helps as well. 2 of them. Stress reduction. Iroko gives you something there. Iroko stops vomiting. And then you also have ginger in vomiting. And then anti-diarrhea properties. You have syzygium, that is gloves, helping out there. Then weight management, you have Iroko and gloves working wonderfully together. Now, these are heavily researched from medicinal research organizations. Now, when it comes to respiratory support, you have your ginger, you have the African chewing stick. Brain health, you have ginger there. When it comes to menstrual pains, menstrual relief and all that, then you have 4 of them: ginger, zobo, cloves, and African chewing stick. Ladies and gentlemen, I have seen Iroko reverse continuous flow of blood. I have seen Iroko reverse lengthy days of menstrual period of 12 days, 15 days, 2 weeks, and all that. I have seen Iroko return stopped menstruation. It has stopped. It brought it back. I've seen, because all these are hormonal things. Iroko has the capacity to balance your hormones and help out. Weight management and skin health, Iroko is working there because of ginger. And ladies and gentlemen, number 21, Iroko comes with gloves and chewing stick. And what does it do? It helps your dental health. Now, you see what I said to you. Iroko is coming with 12 nutrients. Ginger is coming with 11. Zobo is coming with 10. Syzygium, that is gloves, is coming with 10. Ontaria umbellata, African chewing stick, is coming with 10. That is why, where you find 5 of them working, if you check towards the right side of my slide, digestive health, 5 of them. So you get quick result: anti-inflammatory, quick result, antioxidant, antimicrobial, and then cardiovascular. Anyone you see 5 of them working, 3 of them working, 4, you get good, fast result. But the other ones, it might take a little while, continue to take. You may find out also that while you're taking this product, the first time taking it, your body could react by those diseases. When they attack, they also begin to struggle back. The symptoms seem to be increasing. Continue to take it and watch. You will see that after a while, everything seems to change. How do you take this product, ladies and gentlemen? 10 meals. When you're just taking it naturally, you're a strong man, not sick or not looking at anything. You want to prevent and preserve your health. 10 meals in the morning, 10 meals in the evening. But if you have any challenge, 20 meals in the morning, 20 meals in the evening. But you need to drink a lot of water when you're taking this remedy so that it can help you, circulate the nutrients to every side of your body. Pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers should not take Iroko. The reason is that you have very fragile fetus in the womb that needs to depend on the natural structure of the mother to develop, does not need external molecules. The mother's system is what the baby needs. So because of that, because you don't know which of the molecules could affect the baby and all that, breastfeeding mothers, pregnant women should not take Iroko. Then ulcer patients should be careful in taking Iroko. Don't take it with an empty stomach, because Iroko is a powerful digestive enzyme. Then if you just clear the food that is in your body, and before you know it, you're hungry again. And if you don't have food to eat, it might aggravate your hunger pains. So ladies and gentlemen, without wasting time, because of our time, we dive into the pure virgin. This is a bomb to the family. It's a bomb to the female folk. It is bomb. And ladies and gentlemen, do you know that men now found a way to use pure virgin? Hey, you need to hear that. Now, what does this product do? It helps women in different ways, because our female folks are exposed to a lot of things. And we may not understand some of these things because we've not tested it. For instance, none of us has been pregnant for 9 months. You can't tell how it is. You can't tell how the hormonal fluctuations work, and so many things. And think about it. Some of us here with big heads, some with small, long head, like my own here, and some people with triangle head, and whatsoever sizes of shapes of heads, you all put their head there, and they come out. And in the process, there are damages. Sometimes the female part is cut with the scissors, and so many things during delivery. Beside that, toilet infection, fungi infection, bacteria infection, all kinds of infection. affects the female part. Now, when that happens, you find out that that structure, that ecosystem has cells that were designed to expand, allow the baby to come out. And the moment the baby comes out, it was expected over time to, tighten itself back and get back to the original size. But in most cases, this does not happen because bacteria has impacted on it, because viruses have impacted on that, because fungi has done a lot damage to that ecosystem. That's why you find out that a lot of women find it difficult to relate with their spouses because of inflammation, because of aging, because of bad odor. Women lose self-confidence because of itching, intimate dryness. She's not feeling wet when she should feel. And most of them have lost the desire for intimacy. Bacterial infection will bring so much trouble to our women folk. Ladies and gentlemen, the question is, how does pure virgin work? Why does it work? Where and how? Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It's a matter of content, scientifically researched content of organic nutrients brought in together to work in different ways to solve the problem at hand. Number one is the content in aloe vera gel. Now, when you cut aloe vera and press it out, it's naturally a gel. It's a natural gel. Now, this contains antifungal properties. What does it do? It specifically will help reduce and eliminate the symptoms of vaginal infection generally, especially candidiasis. Ladies and gentlemen, inflammation from the word inflame, internal fire, creates burning. That's why when you find an inflamed tissue or an inflamed skin, you find out that it's like it is blistering. It's like it has experienced fire. And so think about a situation where the internal intimate part of a woman has been inflamed. It's like fire. She's going to experience all kinds of pains, all kinds of hotness and all that. Now, because of the existence of these dangerous microorganisms. Now, another thing that aloe vera does is that it helps to soothe dry and inflamed skin around the vaginal area. It soothes it. It heals it. The gel also helps to reduce the itching and the burning associated with vaginal infection. Of course, when you deal with the source of the fire, so to say, those molecules that are dangerously acidic and have the capacity to burn. Of course, if you pour acid on the body, the effect is like fire. It burns just like fire. That's what aloe vera does. But it's not just aloe vera. There is camwood inside. There is hyssop inside. Now, if you look at camwood contains antioxidant properties that help in regulating blood flow. It brings the blood into the walls of the vagina. How does it do this? Number one is that it removes the toxin. Because when you remove the toxins from the other side, from the internal side, you take them away, that the flow of blood will get to those cells that are inside there. And what does the blood flow bring? The blood flow brings nutrients, that is food, brings oxygen, that's what the cells need, brings antioxidants from the food you've eaten. And then those cells get restored very quickly. Then it protects the vagina from wrinkling, giving it that firmness it needs while improving your elasticity. That's how this product works. Hyssop deals with all kinds of bacteria, specifically bacteria. Gonococcus, when you're passing at bus stop, you hear those blasting speakers, they calling gonodies, come and take your gonorrhea, come and cure your gonorrhea and all that. All those names they mentioned, this is able to deal with it. So you find that this product restores that ecosystem, sets the female folks free, and restore the family union, restore the joy of family, restore so many things. She's free, she's doing wonderfully. That is our pure virgin. a wonderful product. The next question is, how do you use this product? How do you use it? Women just squat down the normal way they wash their bodies and they insert their hands there. The normal way they wash the inside there and wash it with the gel. Allow it for 2-3 minutes. Wash it out with warm water or with normal water. And that's all. You use it for 5, 6, 7 days consecutively when you're just starting. And then after that, you may not need it maybe twice a week or once a week. You will feel completely free, completely fresh, feel completely, odor free. You get wet when you need to, and you enjoy your relationship with your spouse. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that we have value here. I mean, real serious value. And that's what we're taking to the world. That's what we're taking to Nigeria and all over Africa. And that's why we're taking to the world. Stay put with us. Join our train and see how to make life change for you. See, when you have value and you take value to the market, money will change hands to your direction. Nobody pays you for fake value. Nobody pays you for minimal value. People pay you for results. My CEO will always say, effort's not celebrated. What is celebrated is result. Our product is giving you result. Oh, you may jump to this, jump to that, jump to this, jump to that. Ask yourself, what is the value that you're taking to the world? The value that you're taking to the world is not formidable. You cannot sustain the market. People will buy first from you because you convince them. If the result does not agree with your work, what happens? They dump your product. But if your result agrees with what you said, they will clap for the product. What will they do? They will recommend your product to other people. Recommendation, mouth-to-mouth recommendation based on personal experience and personal result. Sells product or anything and brings money to those who own the product much more than technology or whatever you're talking about. That's what we're talking here. So ladies and gentlemen, all this is what we have used to set up the Iroko global monetization system. And this system is what is presented to you in our marketing plan, our compensation plan. That's what is marketed to you. That's what is shown to you. We should be excited that we have a product that commands the price and commands the market. So ladies and gentlemen, Fridays, like I said before, is going to be awesome. This is the elementary presentation and introduction of the sciences behind the Iroko Global wonderful product. And I'm inviting you, Stanley, next week. Join me same time. And we're going to delve into each of these products. I'm going to bring you the scientific research result that shows you the content and show you, because sometimes people say, does it support science? Is it part of science? And all the things that they say. Look, currently, I know about this because it was my CEO that confirmed it to me. And in fact, after he told me, surprisingly, one of our consultants came to the office and we're talking. I'm a finance man by God's grace. He's also a finance person. And he's a Christian, I'm a Christian. So we started talking, laughing and playing. And then I told him about our product. He said, my brother, do you know that what you just said happened to me? What did I tell him? I said to him that what God gave us in Africa, what our fathers in Africa have been observing, has been trampled upon and treated as if it has no value. He said, my brother, let me share this with you. He said, those days I just gave my life to Jesus Christ. And of course, when you are a Christian, those days, he said my father was an herbalist. He said my father had hardcover exercise book that he was writing those things he was observing, noting them down, studying them and noting them down. Of course, that man was scientific. The difference between this, my consultant's friend, and the owner of Joplin is the ability to take it to rigorous research, to take it through research. He said, after a while, my father died. And a lot of people were afraid to enter the room where he used to sit down to do his study. He said, me, I knew that there was nothing there. So I went home when arranging the burial and all that. And I saw those books. And I said, what is inside here? I said, what do I need this book for? He said, he called, went out, called one of his daddy's friend, who was also an herbal person, and said, Uncle, come, I want to give you this, my daddy's book. I don't know what to do with them. And the man looked at him too. I said, are you sure you want to give me this? Are you sure? What are you saying? He said, I want to give them to you. Are you sure you don't need it? He said, yes. And the man said, wow. He said, this is the thing that your father used and was higher than us. He said, this is the reason why we're consulting your father often and often. So the man took the books away. They buried the father and blah, blah, blah. They went away. And over the years, the other man has used the book, of course, still locally without much research. And then his younger sister subsequently became a pharmacist and happened to be in a school whereby they are looking closely at pharmacognosy and the benefits that can be derived from Africa here. And the sister had to go back in Yoruba land here, had to go back to the village to look for the father's friend and go and photocopy some of those papers and take it to the lab. And they are currently working on that. If you go to University of Ife, for instance, they have rented an office or whether they built it or whatever, and they have herbalists working there. And they are consulting them. What did your father told you that they observed? Bring it, let's take it to science. And I'm telling you that in the nearest few days, nearest few weeks, nearest few months, we're going to be giving you more and more and more of this. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me today. It's going to be wonderful like this every Friday because we are health enthusiasts and we will make the best use of this time. So ladies and gentlemen, get comfortable with your Iroko. Next time you come with your notes. Take notes and get comfortable because you can't give what you don't have. You won't be comfortable selling a product that you don't understand. But when you know the science behind the product, it gives you confidence to hit the market running. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Emmanuel, I hand over the mic to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel.
Powerful one, as always. Awesome presentation down there. I told you guys from the very beginning that tonight was going to be an impactful night. You could feel it, you could hear it. I know you've been very impacted by that message tonight. I want to think it that way. Please, let's appreciate this wonderful insight of what our product is made of. Let's appreciate Mr. Nat with all emoji that you have in here. Everywhere, let's just give him that cheer. Always, always on point. Ladies and gentlemen, we choose to make this day, Friday, an exclusive day, a night of clarity of what we have as product in Iroko Global. Our flagship product, the Iroko African Root and the Pure Virgin, we have just from the feedback discovered that the knowledge that the community itself are having is still very limited. So we are choosing to dive deep into establishing that clarity to all the community members. So this Friday presentation or product presentation is very important for all registered members and even prospects, because here can also be a reason for your decision to start with Iroko Global. Thank you so much, Mr. Knight. A big one there. Please, thank you for that powerful presentation. I want to really appreciate the entire community. Be aware that tonight is exclusively for products, no compensation plan, deep dive into what made up Iroko Global products. So you'll be hearing different versions of that every Friday. So don't miss it. Keep a date with that day. It's going to be an awesome experience going forward. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming over. I don't know if anyone have a question. I saw a few hands. If you have a question, you have the mic at this point to ask your question. Mr. Knight is still very much available. You can ask your question. Do you have any question? I'm seeing Charity Okongu. Sorry if I don't pronounce her name very clear or correct. Charity, are you asking a question? Please feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question. Do you still have a question? Okay, I'm seeing Paul DK. These are the few ones or hands that I've seen. I'm seeing Obu, Patricia, Andrew. Do you have a question? Please feel free to unmute yourself and ask. All right, it's clear or obvious that there is no intention of asking a question for raising their hands. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out tonight. It's been an awesome night. We'll be doing this, like I said, every Friday. Be sure to be here tomorrow by 8 for the full prospect presentation again by tomorrow. I appreciate you for coming out. Thank you so much for always having to keep a date with our presentation. God bless you all. Please have a peaceful night. Thank you once again, Mr. Nat, for a massive insight of what Iroko, African root and pure virgin is made of. Super excited. Please feel free to unmute yourself and say a warm good night to someone beside you. Thank you once again.
Excellent morning, Madam Divine.
Excellent morning, all.